in a new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get truth, put my goose up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you.
Yeah, I should've served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on the quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touch down, run the money up. One-on-one. Water, a little vinegar mix, it's tough enough to take another. Get plenty room, you get money with my run, been nothing but a stun. I done upped a bunch of them. This what got them ducking me. They don't come out the house like a punishment. The ones they jumping me. 4 or 5 years when they work, it's numbing me. Too forever, but she won't rushing me. Ask anybody what's up with me. Rolling butt off. Been up a week, why could never out hustle me? They was older, broker than the younger me. Back then they couldn't with me. I ain't never punched no card or made no money off no. They focus you on live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it take for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it take for you that paper now you feel different. All it take don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it take for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel. Make me feel different. I swear I don't feel. I never feel different. G-ski established. Better bow her head when I walk past her. Where your manners? As a kid, stayed with my granny. Daddy went to jail for jail. Lost my only chance being happy. Damn what happened. Outcome match my actions. Talk then I back it. Great example. I'm the standard. Come to preaching what you practice. Actually, I can't fathom or rationalize and move past it. He turned this from his section. Island Daily, well respected, well connected. Look there, tell me God gon' let us into heaven with this. Focus you on live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it take for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it take for you that paper now you feel different. All it take don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it take for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel. Make me feel different. I swear I don't feel. I never feel different.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Jackson. And the Dallas Cowboys taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're brought out by a guy who's become something of a journeyman. He's played for 5 teams across the last 6 seasons. The well-traveled Teddy Bridgewater.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Bridgewater going to throw right away. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry for DeAndre Swift. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. To throw is Bridgewater. This to Arnold on the short pass. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bridgewater. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
You're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 36 yards on the play.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Yeah, that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Bridgewater to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or a 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Carter. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. DeAndre Hopkins. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And a rout is on here in this first half. kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. To throw, Bridgewater. This to Arnold on the short pass. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. This is taken at the 23. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again, being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. Touchdown, Cowboys! DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing. Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Micah Parsons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 55 yards. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jabril Cox there on the tackle. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Bridgewater. This to Arnold on the short pass. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Bridgewater now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Mozzie Smith drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better? You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And they split him out that time in the slot to the right. And he's such a good pass catcher, they love to give him space outside to operate. And look what he does. Works his way towards the middle of the field, connects for a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he is going to lose yardage here. That stop for a loss made by Damone Clark from his linebacker spot.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. Interceptions. 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, it wasn't a 1-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Finds the open target, Arnold. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here from the 38. There he goes right side. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hurts. That's dumped off to Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Pollard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A.J. Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the 1st half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield. And that brings up 4th down.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 78 yards. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. And out now come the Eagles. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He'll take it at the 42. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Eluding the pressure right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Second down, Bridgewater. This to Arnold on the short pass. So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Here's Aaron Sipas now. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Jake Ferguson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Swift going to try up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the option to give to Swift here, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Green Bay Packers. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even. But it's second down. Steps away. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Milton Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Cowboys. A.J. Brown, 30 yards. And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. This to Arnold on the short pass.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Bridgewater to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Forced out to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very... Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A.J. Brown, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored a...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Luke Schoonmaker.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Bridgewater. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Throwing, Bridgewater. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reddick just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. On second and a long way to go. Jackson, that is caught. Schoonmaker. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Buying time to his left. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 49 yards. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Gives to the first man through. Why? And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On third down, Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the third quarter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A.J. Brown, 64 yards. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 53 yards. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Bridgewater now. It's complete to Watt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Cowboys! A.J. Brown from a yard out. And the Cowboys add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Aubrey now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after cat.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Completes it to Watt. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And taken right on the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. CD Lamb. 50 yards. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Bridgewater on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Bridgewater now on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Here's Bridgewater. Looking for and finding Arnold once again. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first and 10, Bridgewater finds the open target, Arnold. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Luke Schoonmaker, 73 yards. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And again, it's Bridgewater. Over the middle to Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yes, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to power it ahead with 1. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
He'll drop to throw.
Finding Carter on the slant.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Bridgewater. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Olamide Zaccheaus. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb.
68 yards.
And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 54 yards. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Bridgewater to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Osa Odighizuwa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Carter. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Taking it about the 16. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by... And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner.
There he goes, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Parsons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Talk about two sides of the ball cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Up front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give him 30 yards there. Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
There you go.
I'm with the cash like Diego.
God. Yeah. All these dumps on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah. All these shooters with me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah. Got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah. They don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Earrings, they be shining, keep them blinded. Ain't met her, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, and she said I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Back it up with the fettuccine, they both dead, can't talk twice. Now they pray on my downfall, everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jack it off. Rich song, off like. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters with me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God.
AOD shit.
Don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
They don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. They don't want no problems.
All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
I ain't take no losses in a minute. Scored touchdown through the critic. Came a long way from the trenches. Still be making plays in the trenches. I'm from New Orleans. I'm a saint with a demon in my head. Yeah, I told him chill. Lil' bro still spinning like a fan. Lord on my mama. He been playing like this since he was in college. So fast like a rocket. Part of the reason they can't stop him. You don't know how I feel. Come from nothing, turn up quick. You don't know how I feel. Turn them losses into a whip. Yeah, treat the beat like 4 down. Going for the dub. I ain't playing with them. QB to the RB. Big 4 9 serving hand to hand. Real name Jamal Chase. He the newest goal with the people saying. I'm still in the field. Ain't calling plays. Bill Belichick.
Yeah, where the ops ain't that can smoke. Kick it off, now we tryna scope. Too easy, I'ma run it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes.